explain to y'all why we can't take these hoes seriously. Give me a 1 if you guys can hear me in the chat before we get started. If you can hear me, give me a 1 in the chat. Before we even get into the thing. Yes, God. All right, so I'm going to tell y'all why we can't take these hoes seriously. And I don't want you to even block these little low IQ, half chromosome ass heathens like Cooking with Chef, who says that y'all can't help but to keep talking about Nicki because that's how y'all get paid. I get it. Sad as fuck. It's sad that we have a job. It's sad that we get paid to do what you could never. But let me tell you how pressed these whores are. I have subscriber only mode on, right? Which means that this little bitch here would actually have to be subscribed to a platform that they're claiming is obsessed with Onika Petty Mirage the third, which means that this little hoe here would be obsessed with us. And that is what gets me. That is what's truly sad. And that's what you call true star power, baby. Okay? These hoes, they just can't get enough, honey. Okay? They addicted just like the rest of them. Y'all already know what we're here to get into. Before we do so, go ahead and thumbs up the video until it is absolutely stuck. You guys know that thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another conscious crew member and telling them to get their asses into the damn sanctuary because the king is in fact Kangan. Also, shout out to all the new subbies. We're almost at 50K. God be the glory to you all. Teamwork made the dream work. Shout out to all the haters too, baby, because we can do nothing without you all. Okay? Also, make sure that you guys have your notification bell set to all so that you never miss a day or the hour when the king is kanging. I think I might have already said that, girl. Okay? I'm in a time capsule right now, girl. Time is so distorted where I am. But also, make sure that you guys share the stream out to whatever it is you have digital community, whether it be a YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your MySpace, dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you lay the link. Just let them whores know that we're loud, we're live, and we're certainly in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right. How are you guys doing this morning? So, we're probably going to be going in slow motion, girl, because it's just one of those slow ass days for me. I ain't getting no sleep last night. Then I got a bit of a tension headache. So, yeah. But we got a lot to cover. You guys have been, of course, asking me to speak on all of the Super Bowl drama, and that's what we're going to in fact do. All right. Now I have my own hypothesis and theories about what's going on, like everybody else does, and we're going to get into all of the details. But we're going to have to scrummage through a lot of toxic shit in order to get there, honey. So I have no idea how long we're going to be here. Okay, but just strap in your seatbelts because It's a lot that's going on. Now, as you guys may or may not know, Nicki Minaj, the third petty girl, decided that she wanted to go on a belligerent ass rant after it was announced that Kendrick Lamar would be performing and starring next year's NFL halftime show, which will be held in no other than the city of New Orleans, which is native to Lil Wayne, Lil Weezy F Baby. All right, now you guys know that Drake and Nicki Minaj, the third petty girl, if you let them tell it, honey, they owe their life to Weezy F Baby. And so they caught themselves feeling a big old way, honey, okay, about the NFL overlooking the GOAT of hip-hop, girl. Now, y'all know we just dragged what the hell was remaining of Lil Weezy's locks off his head yesterday during a Hot Topics, honey. Get into that commentary because we dropped some receipts, girl, on what the hell would be in store for us if JayZ had the damn audacity, honey, okay, to pick Lil Weezy F Baby for next year's Super Bowl performance. Now, you guys know that Kendrick Lamar is having one of the best years of his life this year. You know, he dragged the shit out of Drake, girl, destroying 1/3 of Young Money, honey, with one damn diss track, girl, claimed the culture, brought the Bloods and the Crips together, girl. Kendrick Lamar was on his Michael Jackson Beat It shit. Okay, he was in his Beat It bag for 2024, girl, and that has landed him, you know, a spot at one of the most highest and oftentimes highest viewed televised shows, which is the Super Bowl halftime. Now, you guys know that JayZ has been on the committee for some time. We want to get into JayZ as well because, you know, if you let me tell it, honey, all of these motherfuckers are weirdos, and I just think it's fake outrage from top to bottom, even JayZ's snake ass, okay? I don't think anybody in this situation really has their hands clean. It's a bunch of fuckery and foolery, you know. The whole situation is just that some people are playing checkers while other people are playing damn chess, okay? But everybody's playing on the chess board. So we're going to go into the Jasmine brand, who chronicled some of Onika Petty's shots, which were thrown at Rock Nation, JayZ, and Beyonce. Shout out to Jasmine brand. They also plastered that interrogation video that I had uploaded of a 16-year-old Kenneth Petty digging up his damn nose for gold, girl, while lying to the authorities and the DA about raping Jennifer Huff. So shout out to the Jasmine brand, baby, a very reputable blog site. All right, so if you had a damn missed it, honey. Hold on, let me turn out this music in the background. Make sure you got thumbs up as you're entering the building. Okay. All right, courtesy of the Jasmine brand, Nicki Minaj takes several shots at JayZ over Kendrick Lamar being selected for Super Bowl halftime show instead of Lil Weezy. Kendrick's upcoming Super Bowl halftime performance already has the industry buzzing. One person not here for Kendrick Lamar taking the stage on February 9th of 2025 at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana is Nicki Minaj. Moments ago, the rap star took to X and fired off multiple spot posts, getting everything off her chest. Her remarks started off cryptic, not really clarifying who she was speaking about or what made her mad. Quote, Twitter, I love watching the whole industry play dumb time after time, LOL. The truth is the truth, no matter who tells it, picking and choosing who y'all accept truth from, then bam, pow. Might tell you a joke, but won't tell you a lie, but why, ha, 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 ha. I guess she's not counting all the lies she told on Jennifer Huff, honey, that this lady was a white woman, that she was much older than Kenneth, that her and Kenneth was in a relationship at the time that Kenneth assaulted her, which were all things that were not factually true, honey. But you let her tell it, baby. She won't tell you a lie, but she will tell you a joke. That's a joke. All right. She goes on to say, well, she was responding to somebody named Nook, who says, that's why I believe her every time when she speaks. She's yet to be proven wrong about anything she says. Then months later, it's Nicki was right. Nicki posts, yup, and I never care by the time they figure it out. LMFAO. It's good for them. Hashtag GagCityDC. Y'all ready? Y'all know his next move is going to be to tell a certain someone is being treated so unfairly so that y'all can go back into that trance. Okay, now this was shots taken. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm back. So this post here was obviously directed at Beyonce, who caught some strays, because you guys know there's a lot of drama going on with Beyonce as it relates to her being snubbed from the 2024 Country Music Award nominee situation, girl. Not a damn thing was nominated, honey. Not even her damn whiskey, girl. All right. So here it is. Onika was making a prediction, girl, that they're going to play the Woe Is Me storyline for Beyonce, but giving everybody else their ass to kiss. And then ironically following Nicki's post, Matthew Knowles came out stating that Beyonce was definitely snubbed at the Country Music Awards and it was racially motivated. All right. Now she goes on to say, tried to tell y'all, but y'all wanted brunch. Okay. That is a dig at Roc Nation's infamous brunch, girl, the Roc Nation brunch, where Megan actually introduced Kelsey and Tory Lanez together at the infamous Roc Nation brunch. Yeah, job. I am on a freaking roll. Wait, hat. Okay. Gag City. Now the post goes on to say, as reported, news broke on Sunday that JayZ selected Kendrick Lamar for the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. You may recall the Run This Town rapper and his company, Roc Nation, entered a partnership with the NFL in 2019 and began the league's live music entertainment strategist. Many were excited about JayZ's recent pick. However, others strongly felt Lil Wayne should have been chosen because he is from New Orleans. Okay, Kendrick Lamar announced as 2025 Super Bowl halftime performer. I also agree with this choice, and the Super Bowl has never had a habit of making sure that wherever that year's Super Bowl is hosted, that whoever is a native to the city or the state per se gets the headline. That's just not the way it works, girl. But anyway, Onika continued. Oh, you think speaking up on injustice within your workplace should only be done if it's for a person who would do it for you? I'm really the realest nigga. Wow. Gag City DC tonight. Okay, honey. Okay. She goes on to say, denying a young black man. First of all, there's nothing much young about Lil Wayne except his damn outfit. As I said last night, Lil Wayne looks like the world's oldest blunt in the damn face, girl. Okay, so stop with this young black man shit. All you goofy, corny ass niggas are over 40 years old. Like y'all are literally people's parents, honey. Okay, she goes on to say what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego, your hatred for Birdman. Drake and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the GOAT. Nola, what's good? Eminem stood firm on having 50 Cent come out and shit sad house nigga teens, but it's good for them. The loyalty, well, them niggas will keep sunning you. Child, somebody take Onika back to high school. All right, laughing my ass off. Goodies for Del Gal and our goodies for them. Okay. Nicki goes on to say she then gave Lil Wayne his flowers for his impact on the music. And the way you don't know the half of what Lil Wayne has done for me. We're going to talk about what Lil Wayne has done for you and others. Wayne had Drake and I on his tour with no paper signed. He was on all of my mixtapes with no paper signed. This man has literally changed the face of hip hop, the hair too. He inspired So many to tap their faces and get locked, as if there's anything to be braggadocious about, because these niggas look like red nose clowns. But anyway, inspire your face to want to be a great MC. He was never in this for the money, and yet he sued the shit out of Birdman for the moolah. Okay? It's always been for the love of money. Now, let me tell you how delusional Onika is. Because, well, just actually keep this. No, we're just going to speed right on up to it, actually. He's never been in it for the money, if you let Onika tell it. But, courtesy of Readvote TV, Lil Weezy Baby, the colorist, anti-black misogynist who Onika Threesome Petty the Third Mirage is defending, sold the living shit out of her and Drake's royalties, okay? Lil Wayne reportedly sold Young Money's catalog along with his masters. Additional details regarding Lil Wayne's $100 million deal with Universal Music have been reported. Lil Wayne made headlines last week when it was announced that he sold his masters for $100 million back in June, but new reports claim that he gave away more than the rights to his music. According to the Music Business Worldwide, a pending lawsuit reveals that No Ceilings rapper settled also sold Young Money's entire catalog to Universal Music Group. The suit reads plaintiffs are informed and believe that subsequent to Sweeney's termination as Wayne's manager, specifically in or about June of 2020, Lil Wayne was able to sell the Young Money masters to Universal Music Group for an excess of 100 million big ones. Wayne helped to develop the careers of Nicki, Drake, and Tyga when he signed them to Young Money Records. Over the years, the artist released multiple projects under the label. Drake's albums before and including 2018 Scorpion, for example, were released under Wayne's record label, but all other projects since have come out under his own imprint, October's very own. Nicki's entire catalog, including Queen, has been released under Young Money. As for Tyga, he stopped dropping music with the label since he decided to release his fourth studio album, the Gold Album, 18th Dynasty, independently. Wayne's decision to sell his masters, as well as the Young Money catalog, comes at a time when artists are trying to obtain the rights to their masters. Kanye West particularly had a hard time trying to buy his masters back from Universal, prompting one of his social media rants. Quote, "I need to see everybody's contracts at Universal and Sony," West tweeted. "I'm not going to watch my people be enslaved. I'm putting my life on the line for my people. The music industry and the NBA are modern-day slave ships. I'm the new Moses." Whew, child. "My kids are going to own my masters," he continued to follow up in a tweet, baby. Okay, so much for Wayne not being in it for the coin, and Wayne not being in it for the money, and Wayne not having her and Drake on some tired-ass papers when it came to her raggedy-ass mixtape or their previous projects, their earlier projects, because Wayne makes sure to have them hoes on the right papers, baby, the papers that actually matter. Okay? And so the shit out of them, which is why Nicki Minaj had to tour this year, honey, because she had all type of motherfucking liens on her previous tour, all type of delinquent ass debt that her ass had to pay off, honey, because yeah, Lil Wayne had copped the plea. But moving on, after Nicki Minaj had seemingly decided to defend what was remaining of Lil Wayne's scalp, JayZ went on to explain the decision that went into why Kendrick Lamar, in fact, was chosen for the halftime show. According to Vibe, JayZ explains why Kendrick Lamar was chosen to perform at Super Bowl halftime. Okay, we're just going to get straight to the meat here. Kendrick Lamar, quote, "is truly a once-in-a-generation artist and performer," JayZ said of the 17-time Grammy Award winner. "His deep love for hip-hop and culture informs his artistic vision. He has an unparalleled ability to define and influence culture globally. Kendrick's work transcends music, and his impact will be felt for years to come." So here it is. JayZ is is seemingly talking about Kendrick being everything that Lil Wayne is not. Innovative, futuristic, diverse, flow, and has a particular magic that allows him to keep and put the culture in a chokehold. Can you guys hear me? All right, hold on. Let me change up. Hold on. Hold on to your love. Let me switch over to my microphone. All right, give me a one, child. She's talking about Wayne is just as sad as his hair. Woo, child. Can y'all guys hear me? It shouldn't be no static now. I just switched over the damn microphone. Okay. I'm gonna have to stream though, because my laptop is like way over there. She's over there. Okay. All right. So if you guys didn't get to hear, according to Bob, quote from JayZ on why Kendrick Lamar was chosen for 2025's halftime Super Bowl performance. Kendrick Lamar is truly a once-in-a-generation artist and performer, JayZ said of the 17-time Grammy Award winner. His deep love for hip-hop and culture informs his artistic vision. He has an unparalleled ability to define and influence culture globally. Kendrick's work transcends music, and his impact will be felt for years, okay? Now, before we go any further, I don't want to take too much away from Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne definitely was a part of my childhood, girl, from, Cash Money to Young Money to Lollipop. However, Wayne, in retrospect, we are now aware has some major issues because of the type of culture that we're living in, girl. His sentiments toward Black Lives Matter are racially insensitive and both unnecessary, because you can absolutely not have experienced police brutality while also acknowledging police brutality. Wayne is really weird because on one hand, he donated to Black Lives Matter, but publicly he's willing to act stupid and like he doesn't know what the fuck is going on, and even justifies Black people getting popped at the hands of police and says, hey, if your ass got popped, then you must have did something to be deserving of being popped. Once again, we played those receipts last night. So if you haven't seen those receipts, just check out last night's Hot Topics. This is really weird to me, considering that Wayne, over the past few years, has had a lot of run-ins with security, with police in different cities, as it relates to different venues. He's even all out abruptly stopped shows because of the issue of security and policing, and yet is deaf and dumb when it comes to Black Lives Matter. Now, the attitude that, oh, hey, you must have done something deserving to get popped by police if your ass got popped by police. I wonder if Sonia Massey would agree that she deserved to have gotten popped by police when she called police to her home to protect her from what she thought was an intruder, only to end up in a pool of her own blood because she rebuked one of the aggressive officers in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Daughter, and that warranted a bullet or multiple bullets to her face. I wonder if Philando Castile would agree that he deserved to have gotten popped after following the instructions of the officer that pulled him over and asked him for his registration, only for him to reach over for that registration and end up in a pool of his own blood right in front of his girlfriend and his child. I wonder if Breonna Taylor would agree that she did anything to deserve getting popped and sprayed into unalivement via the hands of police. I wonder if Sandra Bland would agree that she deserved to have died in police custody as a result of being stopped over a broken tail light. I wonder if George Floyd would agree that he deserved to have gotten popped upon coming in out of a convenience store attempting to get change for a $20 bill, only for him to be suffocated to death in front of multiple civilians and the EMT who was on the scene. It's very interesting to me. So all of these things, even verses right out of his hit songs with Drake, such as Right Above It, which talks about how a dark-skinned woman, in his opinion, probably looks better as a red bone. So I can definitely understand why JayZ, comparatively speaking, between Wayne and Kendrick, would have landed on Kendrick, since Kendrick has a message that is more timely. It's not dated and deeply anti-Black, which also would be inconsistent with Beyonce's brand, who JayZ is intrinsically tied to, because you know that Beyonce is the queen of Apakanda and Wakanda forever, bitch, and all of that good shit, girl. Lil Wayne's colorism, his racial insensitivity, it just is incongruent with the current trendy times of the Black collective, girl. Okay? So that was JayZ's first spill. Now, as Minaj continued to fire off, JayZ had to disseminate another message to let it be known exactly why and what happens when it comes to the process of choosing the halftime performer. Here it is. JayZ released another statement. The selection process begins with a panel, which includes officials such as the NFL's Director of Entertainment, folks from the NFL's production company, and the halftime show's director and producer. After a long and detailed process, the shortlist is handed over to the Super Bowl's hosting city for a final decision. So here it is. JayZ is absolutely getting his ass off of the hook, baby, by saying that he's only one of many heads that go into rationing out and narrowing down the candidates for the halftime show. And then even after they have narrowed it down, they then hand over that official list to the Super Bowl's hosting city, which in this case would be New Orleans, who then gets to make the final decision, okay? So New Orleans themselves does not want Wayne. All right? So it'll be interesting to see Minaj go up against the city itself, okay? Who ultimately got the final say-so over who the hell is going to grace next year's stage. All right? Now, what's interesting about Nicki Minaj flapping her nappy-ass wig around, crying aloud for Wayne about a Super Bowl performance and gig, etc., that isn't really even about Lil Wayne. There's two things for Nicki Minaj that this is really about. This drama with Wayne not being chosen gives her an excuse to be able to fire shots and finally talk shit and beat her motherfucking chest as it relates to JayZ and Beyonce, who she has had a low-key contentious relationship with for years. We'll get into that. But for two, of course, it's self-motivated because all of these people are narcissists, and Wayne coming out and performing, they assumed would also allow them to have a spot to come out and do their big one if Wayne was to be featured. However, that was recently squashed when Wayne turned around and admitted that he actually wouldn't want to bring out a damn person. He would actually want to have this moment to his damn self. You can always count on that Weezy baby to do exactly what's in the best interest for himself. Now, while Nicki and Birdman were, galvanizing Infinity Stones and standing in solidarity with Lil Wayne. I don't recall Birdman nor Nicki Minaj being present or around when Lil Wayne needed to get out of $14 million worth of goddamn tax debt back in 2018, because as already previously shown, Wayne had a $6.8 million tax debt from 2012. And according to a 2018 report from US Today, Lil Wayne expressed his gratitude to JayZ for stepping in and helping him out of tax debt. Once again, one was from 2012 for $6.8 million, which totaled $14 million. And Lil Weezy was forever grateful for JayZ helping him out of that tax debt. Quote, there's people like JayZ. He helped me when I was really, really, really down. Okay, so here it is. Wayne is going out of his way to let it be known, baby, that a lot of these niggas around him who like to do a lot of this all they really about. Because even in Nicki's dissertation, she's talking about everything Wayne has done for her. Oh, he didn't even have us on papers. Oh, he did all of my mixtape with no papers. But as you can see, that bitch couldn't name one thing she had done for the man that had put her on. And it's the reason why we know her today. Because when the going gets rough, baby, and when the going requires real sacrifice, a real act and gesture of love, baby, somebody who wasn't even connected, tied to, nor ever made money from Cash Money stepped in with big money to help Lil Weezy out of all his money problems, okay? Because Birdman was too busy taking food out of Wayne's mouth, and Nicki Minaj was too busy on Dr. Miami's operating table getting a double BBL, while her mentor and her friend was swallowed up in motherfucking debt. I can't stand these type of motherfucking niggas. I can't stand them type of supportive friends and supportive family who like to think they're doing you a big favor by only doing the easy work in your life. And typically, it be the people that sit the furthest from you who tend to have a habit of coming through for you when you down real bad. And help is really a necessity. Okay? Now, while they hooted and hollered about a halftime show, girl, but they didn't have no real love and no real support to give to Miss Weezy, girl. Drake, who got outdone by Kendrick this year, apparently was having his royalties stolen by Lil Wayne, who we've already established sold the shit out of not only his own royalties, but Nicki's and Drake's as well. So when Birdman entered the chat talking about we gonna make them respect us, girl, when Birdwoman stepped into the group chat, baby, to be in solidarity with Cash Money and Young Money, we ain't forgot, baby, about how toe up the inside of the Young Money Cash Money house actually is, while they're acting like their enemies exist external to them, when their enemies really all are in bed and under the same umbrella and live in the same building together. You got Wayne selling out Drake and Nicki. You got JayZ getting Wayne out of $14 million worth of tax debt, while Drake and Nicki did all of nothing, while also having Birdman take money out of Lil Wayne's pocket, which led to a lawsuit between Wayne and Birdman. And in Birdman's countersuit, in Lil Wayne's lawsuit against him, he claimed that Lil Wayne conspired to take Drake's royalties, okay, courtesy of the Revolt. Although Lil Wayne has officially parted ways with Cash Money, he's not fully in the clear just yet, lawsuit-wise. As reported by The Blast, Lil Wayne, through his company, Aspire Music Group, has filed a court document asking for Cash Money's countersuit to be thrown out. The countersuit filed by Birdman earlier this year claims that JayZ conspired to take a large cut from Drake's royalties, an accusation that the Uproar rapper has since denied. According to the report, representatives from Aspire told the court that the countersuit was filed on the heels of Cash Money and Universal settling related claims brought against them by Young Money Entertainment and its owner, Lil Wayne. As such, they are arguing that the allegations weren't brought up until the pair settled their lawsuit earlier this year, despite the alleged fraud taking place years prior. Aspire also adds that the countersuit attempts to completely rewrite the history of the company and as such is trying to concoct a new fantasy narrative that casts Cash Money as the long-suffering victim of a scheme orchestrated by the very parties that it just settled with, Young Money and its owner, Principal Dwayne Carter. As previously reported, Aspire Group sued Birdman in 2017, claiming that Cash Money had been holding out on paying royalties from Drake's music. Their original deal required that Aspire was to receive a third of the net profits from Drake's first 6 albums, as well as receive a share of the copyrights. Birdman responded with a countersuit earlier this year, claiming that Aspire, which was founded by Wayne and his company, Cortez Bryant, was, quote, simply a shell company and didn't conduct any actual business except for getting Drake signed. The Cash Money co-founder asked the Aspire's lawsuit to be dismissed. He also asked for unspecified damages for fraud. The new filing seeking to dismiss Birdman's countersuit against Wayne's Aspire Music Group adds to the pair's complicated history and various years of long legal battles. Oh, and you know where Nicki was when Birdman was ripping Wayne ass bald? She was in interviews talking about how there's good people on both sides and she practically wants to stay neutral. I find it inconceivable that this bitch could throw her ass shots around in an attempt to give JayZ a black eye over a choice he doesn't even get to fundamentally make about a halftime gig, but wanted to play absolutely neutral to Lil Wayne getting his sausage breakfast and his sausage patties snatched from his living room table by the head nigga in charge. If I had to compare my outrage or my emotional input to both of these scenarios, my mentor is being ran down on and defrauded by Birdman and millions of back pay and royalties and owed money is being ciphered out of his asshole, which is why he's losing his damn hairline. And JayZ, who doesn't even have a final say-so, not allowing Wayne to perform. At a minstrel event. I think the choice is logical here. But guess where Miss Realest Nigga was when one bald nigga was snatching another nigga ball and robbing him blind? She wanted to be neutral. And this is why we're calling it fake fucking outrage. Now, speaking of Birdman, all of a sudden coming to Wayne's defense. He didn't want to come to Wayne's defense with a damn check, though. He didn't want to come to Wayne's defense with no royalty money. He didn't want to come to Wayne's defense, girl, with no guap, okay? Something that Wayne wanted more than any time on the Super Bowl stage, girl. But he wanted to come to his defense to defend him against some bullshit when things got even worse between Birdman and Lil Wayne, because not only did he allegedly cipher millions, hundreds of millions of dollars out of Wayne's pocket and then countersued him and made allegations that Wayne was trying to hoodwink and bamboozle Drake at a 2.0 level. But upon Birdman ditching Lil Wayne and then cozying up to Young Thug, allegedly Birdman tried to get Young Thug involved in an assassination attempt against Lil Wayne. Oh yeah, things went real deadly. To hell with Trump. Okay, according to Vulture, Birdman and Young Thug allegedly tried to have Lil Wayne unalived. The feud between Lil Wayne and his former mentor, father figure Birdman, has reached a dangerous new low, according to an indictment filed in June. Both Birdman and his newest mentee, rapper Young Thug, allegedly conspired to have Lil Wayne murdered. Their involvement comes as a footnote to a case involving Young Thug's former road manager, Jimmy Pee Wee Roscoe Winfrey, what a fucking name, which stems from an April drive-by outing of Wayne's tour bus in Georgia. No one was injured. Winfrey was arrested and charged for the outing in June, but the indictment suggests that Birdman and Young Thug may have ordered him to fatally injure Wayne. Quote, the indictment alleges that Young Thug made a threat against Lil Wayne and tour bus outing suspect Jimmy Winfrey carried out that threat, reports Atlanta's WSB-TV. The murder plot reportedly stems from an ongoing record label dispute between Lil Wayne and Birdman that resulted in Wayne filing a $51 million lawsuit against Birdman and Cash Money Records over the delay of his album, The Carter. Birdman and Young Thug have not been charged with any involvement in the April outing, and WSB-TV reporter Mike, whatever the fuck his last name is, notes that prosecutors have based the two rappers' involvement in the outing on evidence that allegedly includes their gang affiliation with the Bloods and one of Young Thug's music videos in which he threatens Wayne. Well. Isn't that interesting? Not little Miss Botch Barbie acting like Wayne not performing at next year's NFL halftime show is the worst thing that could ever happen to Wayne. How about Wayne's mentor, father, friend, record label mate trying to get his ass unalive, you dumb bitch? Birdman pooching through in solidarity with Nicki and talking shit to Rock Nation and JayZ about Lil Wayne not performing, as if his ass don't owe Lil Wayne $51 million and tried to get his ass literally sent to hell by getting his ass popped by the new mentee. I'm just showing y'all how dysfunctional the inside of the house is while these people are fake outrage. Nicki and Drake and Birdman over a privileged nigga not getting to perform at a show people thought his ass didn't deserve to perform at least first. Moving along. Because if that wasn't bad enough for Cash Money and Young Money, I know you guys don't and haven't forgotten, because Kendrick damn sure reminded us. Remember when Drake slept with Lil Wayne's ex-girlfriend and then got a tattoo of Lil Wayne as a form of apology. According to Hot97.com, if you missed it, Tammy Torres, video vixen, resurfaces as Lil Wayne's girlfriend Drake slept with during battle. Over the weekend, Kendrick Lamar bombarded Drake with diss tracks attacking his character, crew, and past transgressions. On Not Like Us, Lamar reminded fans that Drake slept with Lil Wayne's ex-girlfriend while his mentor was serving his one-year sentence at Rikers Island in 2010. Fans have again brought up that Lil Wayne's former girlfriend was legendary video vixen Tammy Torres. Okay, here's a post from College Kid. Fans are shocked to discover Lil Wayne spoke on girlfriend Tammy Torres cheating on him with Drake in songs How to Hate and 6 Foot, 7 Foot amid Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us claims. Quote, fucked on Wayne girl while he was in jail, that's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. Raps Kendrick on Not Like Us. And this is why Kendrick is headlining. Tammy Torres, a legendary video vixen, is best known for starring in Lil Wayne's Miss Officer video. Her resume also includes music videos for Rick Ross, Flo Rida, Young JayZ, and more. Today, Torres is an actress, philanthropist, motivational speaker, and entrepreneur. Lil Wayne and Tammy reportedly began dating in 2009 and ended their relationship in 2011. They met in Miami after Wayne relocated following Hurricane Katrina. Lil Wayne spoke on Drake confessing to sleeping with Tammy Torres in Weezy's memoir, Gone Till November in 2016. In the memoir, Wayne wrote, finding out that she, Torres, effed Drake was the absolute worst thing I could have found out. Dreezy came to see me. He was like, yeah, it's true. Damn. This is the type of shit a man never wants to find out while he is locked up. Lil Wayne rapped about Tammy Torres cheating on him on the Carter 4 track 6 Foot, 7 Foot and How to Hate. On How to Hate, Wayne raps, I had a red bone. Here we go, this red bone shit. But she tripping though. All that bullshit is for the bird. She was pigeon-toed. She used to always say, fuck my niggas. And when I went to jail, she fucked my niggas. In the song 6 Foot, 7 Foot featuring Corey G. Wins, Lil Wayne mentions Torres again by saying, had my heart broken by the woman named Tammy, but hoes gonna be hoes, so I couldn't blame Tammy. You know, not that it's new, but I just find it so interesting when niggas always are willing to slut the woman name out and hold the woman name out and, you know, tear her name up in the tabloids and in the media and in conversations while glorifying and remaining in a relationship to the nigga that helped your woman to cheat and skeet on you. Like, that's real weird. Like, you gonna keep your homeboy who owed you just as much as your girl did, because both of them are in covenant with you. But yet, Tammy get to be the bad guy only and not Drake. Once again, we're just talking about how tore up the inside of this house is, girl. You got Lil Wayne suing Birdman. Birdman counter-suing Lil Wayne. Birdman allegedly trying to get Lil Wayne ass unalived by his new son, Young Thug, who's currently on trial. While Nicki and Drake are defending Wayne, who sold both Drake and Wayne's royalties out, leaving Nicki in fucking liens and tours. And then you got people sleeping with people's spouses, and all this is happening in-house. You don't need friends, baby, when you got enemies like this. No, baby. Enemies wear, bitch. Just get you some friends if you want some enemies. Okay? Now, here is that infamous tattoo. Okay, there's Lil Wayne. Now, why the hell Drake got Aaliyah and Sade and Producer 40 on him, I have no idea. But this is Wayne right on the bike of his upper bicep. Okay? Such a fucking weirdo. And apparently he got this tattoo as a I'm sorry for fucking your chick. Okay? But, you know, as it may seem that JayZ could do no harm. I also consider JayZ to be a snake. He's a businessman. We know how he did Damon Dash. JayZ definitely gives me Birdman vibes. He gives me Lil Wayne vibes. He's going to do what's in the best interest of himself. I think that's also why he's with Beyonce. Beyonce ultimately is going to do what's in the best interest of her damn self as well. So let's talk about JayZ. Pulled up a little article that spoke about how the Black community initially felt hoodwinked and bamboozled when JayZ actually went and partnered up with NFL after the whole Kaepernick situation, kneeling, and JayZ was pedaling around, Kaepernick's jersey and seemingly down with the people, only to get in bed with NFL behind the community's back, which felt like betrayal. So here is an interesting write-up from one of those fans. When someone told me about your new deal with the NFL, I thought he'd understand. Surely you. Thank you so much, Sophia, for the old nasty piece of cash app. Thank you, Boosh. Thank you, baby mother. God bless you. Y'all know that all donation links are in the description box. PayPal.me/Consciouztv and or $Consciouztv on Cash App. When someone told me about your new deal with the NFL, I thought he'd understand. Surely you, Long, a vocal supporter of Colin Kaepernick's kneeling protest, could not be making a deal with the NFL, the same NFL which many believe blackballed Kaepernick because of his silent protest against police killings of young Black men, the same NFL which never admitted to blackballing, instead responding to lawsuits by Kaepernick and fellow kneeling protester Eric Reed by settling out of court. How did you go from wearing Kaepernick's jersey last year to transacting in the name of social justice? From actually calling out the artist performing for the Super Bowl halftime show to negotiating future Super Bowl halftime performances with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell? And even worse, making the deal without first alerting Kaepernick. It would still be a betrayal of his and our trust, but at least you'd have been transparent about it. Active and columnist Sean King took to Twitter to explain to those of us puzzled, angry, and confused by this deal that you are a proud capitalist and that if a good deal comes along, even if it means working with the NFL at the expense of Colin Kaepernick, he'll make the damn deal. Intellectually, I understand what King is saying, but emotionally, I am deeply disappointed. I was never a rapid fan, able to recite lyrics from every hit song, and in some truth, some I don't want to say out loud. But I have long applauded how you've used your artistry to both build a historic career and to develop other musical artists. More recently, I've been proud of the way that you use your enormous pop culture business platform to fund revealing documentaries about young Black men like Khalif Broder, imprisoned in Rikers Island for allegedly stealing a backpack, and Trayvon Martin, GUN down for carrying a bag of Skittles and an iced tea. Shout out to my baby mother, Kiwana, for the old nasty piece of child support check. God bless you, baby mama. Young men who embody the reason for the movement led by Colin Kaepernick. Young men like your son, Sir Carter, who without the silver spoon protection you've earned for him could be at risk too. Not only did the deal making stun me, but I am cut to the core by your response to a reporter saying, quote, that I think we've moved past kneeling, adding, quote, I think everyone knows what the issue is. We're done with that. Are you for real? If I had a nickel for every time I've had to explain the reason behind Kaepernick's protests, maybe I'd be one of the Forbes top richest. I expect this kind of deal with the devil from the known sellouts. Too many to list here, whose life work is to act as cover for people and organizations who can't spell social justice. But you are one of the few celebrities who seem to both walk and talk your activism, one of the few with enough money to be freely outspoken without fear of economic sanctions. There was no real need for you to sit down with the stubbornly unrepentant NFL. Quote, greed is good.
extol the fictional movie character Gordon Gekko. I'm sorry he's been proven right yet again, which explains my sentiments as well. Okay, and as Nicki said, one nigga took a bag and one nigga took a knee. However, this is coming from the same woman who's walking around with a registered essayer, okay, who couldn't even get within 1 mile of a sliding board or a park. This is why this situation is very interesting with all these people, because all of them are greedy. All of them are self-motivated. All of them are only obsessed with their own personal interests. None of them stand on any actual business or square. And you would think that the whole issue of the Super Bowl is literally some type of a social injustice event. Wow, these are the same people who have nothing to say when it comes to racial insensitivity. When was the last time that Nicki Minaj used her social capital to speak about anything that happened to ordinary and everyday Black women? Oh, I forgot. She's too busy defending all of her SA relatives and all of her registered SA friends. When was the last time Wayne or Drake or Birdman or JayZ or any of them stepped down from the top of the pyramid to concern themselves with the very people who they want to rally behind, shallow as issues? We have not seen not nail one of these players hold any substantive conversations about the current election. We didn't see any of these people speak out about Sonia Massey or any other Black and brown woman and man sucked into the vortex of police cruelty. And you're definitely not going to see any of that from tap dancing, bald head ass Lil Wayne. And while everyday Americans can't even afford an apple nor a damn banana and are driving bikes instead of their damn cars to work, these people are so rich and so privileged and so removed that they get to treat somebody not performing at next year's Super Bowl as if it is some genocide. To the Black community. All these people are being vocal about choices that white people make on their white-owned networks, while they won't even stand on principle and business about all of the actual heartache, betrayal, extortion, and exploitation that's happening right within their own camp. Nicki has been out here dissing Megan and Cardi and Lotto, but decided to make money off of Drake when it came to the Beam Me Up Scotty Reloaded album on Seeing Green, which featured both Lil Wayne and Drake. Why she didn't openly beef with Drake? Why she didn't establish a total clear line in the sand like she's done with the rap girlies when it came to her mentor being betrayed by another one of his mentees when he was absolutely down bad. Now I understand why Lil Wayne ain't really walking around being seen with none of these niggas at this point. Not that I give a fuck about Lil Wayne, because I don't. Tasha O'Neil, you are subscribed to the channel. If you weren't so pressed about what I do to entertain and to make money, you might actually have the wherewithal to be obsessed with that kitty cat. Because I can see and smell that nappy pussy through the screen. You hear me? While so many gay men are obsessed with Nicki, so many of you straight women need to be obsessed with that kitty cat downstairs, baby. Okay? Because I would hate to call down a curse from the heavens that would make the holy daughter just ball your pussy up into a scrunch. And have you around here worried about if you're going to go to doctor's care or to the emergency room for the new Old Testament boil that is growing in between your genitals, bitch. See, while you hoes worried about me being obsessed, see, the thing about it is I get paid to be obsessed. And you get paid, nothing at all, bitch, to be here. That's the big difference between me and you. I ain't nothing like you, or you. I collect a check when this is all said and done, bitch. And you get to be here for free. I want you to make it make sense. Whether I'm obsessed, or I'm happy, or I'm sad, or I'm somewhere in the middle on the day, I receive a fucking check for being so. While you get to be here dizzy as hell, Percocet up, baby, for absolute and utter free. I want you to take that down to the unemployment office and make it make sense, bitch. Now back to what I was saying. So, when was the last time any of these people, honey, okay, just came downstairs for some milk and cookies while they're treating Wayne's nappy-headed ass as not being chosen for a show he wasn't entitled to begin with? Because when was the last time that Wayne made any damn waves at all? When? Once again, why are these people not actually outraged about the actual exploitation and thievery and fuckery and foolery and betrayal that's going on within their house? We know what Nicki's motive is, because Nicki is the loudest out of all of the Young Money rejects who are crying aloud from the land right now. And we know why she's picking up this torch. And is seemingly more invested than Wayne is himself, which came forward recently and just said, hey, I was out of order. Or even thinking I was entitled enough. I am disappointed, but hey, it is what it is. JayZ's done a damn enough for me. Life is a beach. I'm just playing in the sand. Lil Wayne will be all right, baby, with his red bone. Okay? But let's get into Miss Onika. Because once again, baby, all these folks is fucked up, baby. From JayZ to Nicki to everybody, baby. It ain't nobody innocent in this situation. Let's talk about the beginnings of what I believe the tension between Nicki, Jay, and B comes from. Let's go back a little bit. Remember when JayZ had to check the shit out of Onika allegedly for trying to drag her name into her beef with Remy Ma. And allegedly, JayZ made a personal phone call to Miss Onika and let it be known to keep his motherfucking wife's name out of her mouth and out of her beef with other women, because Beyonce supports women. Beyonce does not placate to division. So keep my wife's name out of your low vibrational bullshit with other Black women. That is not a part of my wife's brand. And because Beyonce is too nice, she too Virgo, okay? She too people-pleasing to say it herself, JayZ allegedly addressed it for her. So when JayZ entered the group chat and clocked Minaj, who was trying to use, I believe, a Beyonce soundbite, endorsing her as the queen of rap as a way to antagonize Remy Ma, half of the damn internet and Twitter went up and dragged Nicki Minaj ass for getting gagged down. Here were some of the fans' responses to JayZ checking Nicki Minaj. One user says, "Be looking at Nicki Minaj Instagram like, girl, why are you dragging me into this?" Another user says, got Beyonce looking through blinds, honey, talking about, "B, this bitch just dissed me, girl. I'm pulling up now, bae." Someone else wrote, "Nicki stay name dropping Beyonce, but I guess to rescue her? Question mark, sis. Beyonce didn't even defend her own husband in the elevator." Someone else wrote, "Beyonce, okay, but blue, but nothing. I been told you to block Nicki." How cute. Someone else said Beyonce won't even touch Nicki, let alone help her in a rap battle. Laughing emoji. Okay, then it just goes on and on and on and on. So right then and there, I believe is when the contention began brewing, because you guys know Nicki wants loyalty for better or for worse, baby. She don't give a damn whether she in the right or in the damn wrong. She's arrogant, she's narcissistic, and she's entitled, and she don't give a damn. And for better or for worse, baby, you better absolutely stand with her in the thick of her shit. So I believe JayZ clocking the shit out of Nicki's bundles, it created a narcissistic injury. And what we know about narcissists is that narcissists are going to get their lick back. Narcissists, from the moment that their egos are injured, because this would have been publicly humiliating to Nicki Minaj. After all, she really thought she had a family in Roc Nation. She's on the Flawless remix. She's had Beyonce on the Feeling Myself record on her album. You know, they bringing each other out on performances at Tidal and all this and all of that. So she really thought she had a friend. Until JayZ said, okay? Now, once that injury happened, caused Nicki to feel away. Like, bitch, the queen bee, you gonna check in the words of Sheree. Who gonna check me, boo? Apparently JayZ, bitch. Apparently Roc Nation is in the business, baby, of checking every motherfucking body. From Tory Lanez and his toupee to Nicki ass and her goddamn attachable ponytail girl. They're in the business of chin checking. Things got further complicated to Nicki's ego when then this happened. Beyonce and Cardi B meeting up. Okay. First, bitch, your nigga done checked me. Now you around here at protests and picnics down there to the Chuck E. Cheese and shit, frolicking with Miss Industry Plant, with my op. Oh yes, honey. Blow it up in the big screen, baby. Oh yes. First, you want to have your big camel face ass husband check me, bitch. Then you want to pooch around with Miss Payola, her motherfucking self. Oh, bitch, it was only gonna go straight to hell from here, bitch. Because as a result of this image being published and Cardi B being so happy to have met the Queen Bee, rumors, of course, circulated that there was going to be music in the works, which, of course, we know never came to pass. But however, the people felt like, okay, girl, something may be coming. But hell, it was just enough for Beyonce and Cardi, baby, to be pooching around together, all hugged up, all smiles, bitch, all veneers. So, okay, your husband done intercepted me in a beef with another bitch and told me that I don't get that Beyonce endorsement. Then Beyonce gonna pooch her ass around with my op. And then there was the straw that absolutely broke the camel's back. And that was Nicki Minaj falling out with Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, because you guys know that everything started off very promising between the Barbie and the Stallion initially. Okay, they on IG Live together. They doing tracks together. Nicki takes another ding to her ego because the song she did with Megan charted at the number 11 on the Hot 100 Billboard, girl. Wow. Megan and Cardi's WAP collaboration charted at the number 1 top spot on the Billboard Hot 100. And it broke records. So let's go through a brief history, a brief timeline, baby, of Nicki and Stallion's friendship. Because it all roads lead back, baby, to Nicki versus Roc Nation, a.k.a. Beyonce and JayZ. All right. July 19th, Nicki Minaj agrees to hop on Hot Girl Summer. Nicki Minaj and a Houston hottie joined forces in August of 2019 alongside Ty Dolla $ign for their bubbly Hot Girl Summer anthem, which peaked at number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100. Prior to the song, Meg first linked up with Nicki during an Instagram Live where they showered each other with love, and the Stallion revealed she'd been a barb since 2008. Okay, Nicki explained that there was no plans for her to hop on the record, but she fell in love with it and got to writing the same night. Quote, "But once I heard the song, I fell in love. I wrote it before I went to sleep," she wrote on Twitter. "None of that was planned. I had no idea Meg was on live or that she would want to go live together." August 2019, Nicki and Meg link up a Hot Girl Summer video. Okay, August 2020, Megan Thee Stallion joins Cardi B for WAP. Nicki still shows love, tries to. You know, a narcissist always tries to save face, bitch. In an era of female rap where every time an emerging rapper decided to work with either Cardi or Nicki, set off drama, Megan Thee Stallion cashed in on the opportunity to do both. Meg teamed up with Cardi for WAP in August of 2020, 1 year later, after collaborating with Nicki, and the raunchy collaboration made history as the first female rap collab to debut atop the Billboard Hot 100. Another blow to Nicki's motherfucking ego. At the time, Nicki took the high road as she was quoted lending praise to Megan as a woman and an artist in a variety feature on the Houston Hottie. Quote, "One of my favorite things about Meg is her desire to further her education. It's so important for women to feel inspired to achieve goals outside of her social media, where the focus is usually placed on their bodies or who they're dating. Women are more than just baby mamas, and we can continue to prove that by being a goal-oriented and bettering ourselves and being independent. Megan is the perfect example of what we can have, that we can have fun and be smart at the same time. Now here is Nicki attempting to continue to act cool. Because, to be honest, she really had no choice to. The success was so large, Nicki would have had to bow down and be congratulatory, and celebratory, because the success of what was outrageous. It was outlandish. However, the fake facade girl would wear off as November 2020 of that year, Megan checked in with Chicago's 107.5 WGCI, during which she revealed that she didn't talk with Nicki about working with Cardi, but felt her relationship with Nicki should not change since the days of Hot Girl Summer because of that. Quote, I didn't feel like I had to call her first. I mean, because at the end of the day, I'm still an artist, and I should be free to work with whoever I want to work with. My personal relationship with anybody doesn't affect what I choose to do as an artist, she said. Even me and Cardi's relationship furthered after the song Like She's Great on Her Own. I love her as a person. We talk often and we talk a lot. Me and Nicki, our relationship hasn't changed since we did Hot Girl Summer. Meg continued, I feel like women, we really do know how to coexist, and we really do know how not to be catty. So despite popular internet opinion, that's really not the case, okay? So as far as Megan was concerned, baby, like, I'm working, bitch. I'm booked, I'm busy, I'm motherfucking working. I'm a new artist, and you damn right, bitch. I'm going to take every motherfucking opportunity, rightfully so, honey, to get mine. Okay, I got to do what I got to do. Just like your ass came into the game and jumped on everybody's feature, jumped on everybody's motherfucking track, bitch, for better or for worse. Megan pulled one out of Nicki's book. And as a result of Megan thinking that she can do what she wants without permission from Nicki, Nicki unfollowed her motherfucking ass the next year. January of 2021, Nicki Minaj unfollows Megan on Instagram. Nicki distanced herself from Megan as she reportedly hit the stallion with the unfollow on Instagram circa January of 2021. The Savage rapper eventually returned the favor, and the pair of hip-hop titans still don't follow one another as of press time, and don't expect that to change anytime soon. Then there came, of course, all of the subliminals and all of the shade and blah, 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 blah. The rest is kind of motherfucking history, okay? So when Megan is saying she don't know what the fuck the issue is, I think she genuinely means that. I don't know what the issue is. Now let's tie this all back into Rock Nation and Nicki Minaj, JayZ, and Beyonce. Nicki is upset at Beyonce for not standing by her side and playing neutral as she was falling out with all these girls. Cardi, Remy, Meg, who we also know is signed to Rock Nation, which brings up Nicki's issue with JayZ, who initially checked her about inserting Beyonce's name in her beef with Remy Ma. And then after Nicki fell out with Megan, coupled with the growing tension between her and JayZ and Beyonce because she didn't feel like there was loyalty there, and it made her upset and angry, she began to low-key think of JayZ and Beyonce as her ops and trying to snuff her out of the industry, because you guys know that Nicki Minaj is a big conspiracy theorist. She believes that Cardi B was payola and that the industry was trying to replicate her, even though she is a replication, even though she's a little Kim clone her damn self, having the nerve to talk about other labels trying to replicate her, which is not a new thing. That's how record labels are. If they see that a label is having a success in the area, they want to capitalize. This has gone back in the industry since Milton's heyday. But hell, just in earlier times, Go back to the pop era. Go back to the early 2000s, late 90s. When Backstreet Boys took off, another label needed an NSYNC. Another label needed an O-Town. They needed their boy band. When Britney Spears took off, every label needed their Britney Spears. So one label had their Christina Aguilera, pop princess. One label had their Jessica Simpson, pop princess. One label had their Mandy Moore, had their Willa Ford. That's what happens. It's replication. But because Nicki believes there is an intentional, diabolical agenda to snuff her black ass out. Can y'all hear me? Give me a one in the chat if y'all can hear me still. I want to make sure y'all can hear me before I go any more further. Okay, great. So, because Nicki is of the personal belief that she is her against the machines, is her against the Teen Titans, is her against the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, that is her and it's this industry. She believed that JayZ and Beyonce remaining neutral, coupled with her paranoia of being replaced and ultimately being thrown away like she did Little Kim, was going to be manifested destiny. So things became even more inflated in Nicki's warped, non-intellectual, non-logical ass brain. And ultimately, JayZ and Beyonce resulted in being the enemy in her mind. It was interesting that Nicki Minaj even threw shots at Beyonce. Oh, they're going to cry aloud for Little Miss been done wrong. But Nicki Minaj is the proverbial victim herself. Isn't this the same one who hooped and hollered when Travis Scott got the #1 album on the Hot 100 Billboard, baby? And she took Billboard ass to task for having the audacity to give him the #1 spot? Isn't she the same one girl who was beefing and warring with Taylor Swift and Miley Cyrus? Because she all of a sudden believed that racism was impacting her lack of accolade or her difficulty navigating the industry and getting the things that she deserved and was entitled to? Wasn't this the same one who couldn't even congratulate Cardi B on any of her success? It had to be payola. It had to be a label trying to replace her. It had to be propaganda and fake news. It had to be a manipulation of numbers. The difference between Beyonce and Nicki Minaj is Beyonce actually fucking works her ass off. And Beyonce stands on more substantive business and has more healthy politics than Nicki Minaj could ever fucking hope for. Isn't it the same bitch who mocked Black Girl Magic with Black Girl Tragic? Isn't this the same bitch who got a song called Yikes, which tells Rosa Parks to get her ass up off the bus? When she herself came into the damn country on a banana boat. Isn't this the same bitch who pandered to the LGBT community, initially claiming that she was bisexual, only to turn around years later and establish that she's strictly dickly? But she wanted y'all to think she had hot sauce in her bag. Like the queen of junkie stunts and the queen of being paranoid about an industry doing to her what she had no problem doing to Little Kim is interesting to me. So when Lil Wayne didn't get chosen for the halftime performance, this was just Nicki's opportunity to use the controversy as a way to finally sound off and avenge herself when it came to the Carters. Not the Wayne Carters, but the richer Carters. The Carters who can pay other Carters out of $14 million of their own goddamn debt. Beyonce been wanting to grab Beyonce. Nicki been wanting to grab Beyonce by the goddamn wig forever now. But in a way, Nicki takes advantage of Beyonce because everybody knows that Beyonce is not going to hoot and holler on social media. She's not going to participate in low vibrational ass beefing with these bitches. Nicki Minaj is more than aware of that. And therefore, she is picking on JayZ in an attempt to call Beyonce to the carpet, knowing that Beyonce is never going to step onto that thread. But because Nicki Minaj is also a pussy-ass bitch, she's also not going to have the audacity to take a solid shot at Beyonce because she don't know how the fuck that would quite turn out. She's not ready to put a full-on address on it yet, even though she's been inching her way, girl, up there. Like, once again, using the Super Bowl controversy as a way to sound off about Roc Nation. Using Megan Thee Stallion hosting this year's VMAs when Nicki has hosted for the past 2 years as a way to throw shots at Roc Nation. Remember when there also was that interesting little piece of controversy a few years ago when, I don't know whether Beyonce was in the Megan Thee Stallion remix and she said something about a natural ass, and then Nicki Minaj had a verse saying that that natural ass didn't keep your man at home though, and then denied that that was a shot fired at Beyonce. She been tugging on Beyonce wig, baby, for a minute. But that bitch ain't bold enough to go up against the queen herself. She is sitting back and watching to see how much more compromised Roc Nation becomes. Because she know the more negative light that JayZ is in will make Beyonce more compromisable as a brand. And so that's why every time she thinks that the walls are peeling over there at the Carters, or the walls are peeling over there at Roc Nation, she got to make sure she goes in and emphasizes it. She got to go in with her shovel and her hammer and her Trojan horse as well and participate in the collateral damage of it all. Because she wants to bring that empire down. Not even based off of a substantive issue. Not based upon the fact that the Carters don't deserve to be there. Not based upon the fact that they're really a bunch of evil-ass motherfucking people. But simply because she's a passive-aggressive-ass narcissist who has felt the way about the neutrality of the Carters. And therefore that resulting in the narcissistic rage that concludes in neutralizing that which the narcissist believes to be a threat to their ego, which is the Carters, who are not going to come to her defense in her stupid ass issues with other people, who are not going to allow themselves to be weaponized in her petty ass issues with people, and who actually have no problem calling her ass flat out. Because when JayZ called that bitch out, and told her to keep his wife's name out her bullshit, it was all she wrote from there, baby. And once again, for Beyonce to double down on her neutrality by pooching around with Cardi. And then in this hype of her against the industries, Roc Nation endorsing and funding and helping to grow the career of one of her biggest ops now, Miss Hiss herself. These bitches ain't mad at me, they mad at Megan's Law herself. So this issue with Nicki is like a combination of personally feeling a way, which is fueled and compounded with these conspiracies in her head about the loss of her career in an industry that has it out for her if you let her tell it. And that's my conclusion to this beef. Every time JayZ is going to end up in the news, Nicki Minaj is going to be right there. She's going to do her fair share of clawing at that fortress wall. She has to get her lit back. She absolutely sees JayZ and Beyonce as her threats. They are harboring a fugitive as far as she's concerned, which is Megan Thee Stallion. And because they're still willing to be in alignment with Megan Thee Stallion, after Megan Thee Stallion has openly gone to war with Nicki now, after she's absolutely now raised up her battle axe against the Barbie, now that she's absolutely caught that bitch to the carpet and stepped into the battle ring, and for JayZ and Beyonce to have the audacity to fuel this woman's career, Nicki Minaj is never going to be able to let it go. And regardless of what Beyonce and JayZ's motives are, Nicki Minaj believes only one thing and one thing only in her mind, that they are out to get her ass, and she's going to try to get them before they can ultimately get her. And that's why she jumped her ass head first into this whole drama with the Super Bowl after being loud and fucking wrong once JayZ established, baby, that I ain't even the final say so, ma'am. I sit on a fucking committee. And then it goes from us to the city that's hosting the Super Bowl. Did Nicki Minaj cease fire? No. Did she issue an apology? No. Did she address her being corrected? No. What did she do? Continued to double down. Because that's all of Nicki's repressed ass frustration and anger that's been built up in her, coming out like a running faucet, baby. And it's going to continue to be up. Now, this is what I hope Beyonce don't do with her people pleasing ass. I hope Beyonce don't act stupid. Because even though Nicki been taking shots at her and her nigga for a while now, just 5 months ago, JayZ and Beyonce had sent Nicki a congratulations package on her nail kit line. They good for going high when the others go low. I don't think Beyonce gotta go low, but bitch, don't act stupid. Don't be overextending your motherfucking self, trying to keep the smoke motherfucking down. Let that bitch ego and her narcissism and her lack of emotional intelligence drive her to jumping out of that fucking window so that she can get herself canceled on a one-sided beef. if they really want to get Nicki out the way, don't pander to her ass. Don't try to appease her ego by tapping her on the shoulder with these love taps and these love signals to let her know we still love you. When y'all see this bitch constantly coming for the kingdom, pull back and let narcissists do what narcissists do best, self-destruct. Because after they do all this and all this, baby, they end up just like the submersible Titan. Kaboom. When it's all said and done. Now I can take some of y'all comments. Now, this is what I want to say too about Kendrick Lamar. So I think that Kendrick is going to probably bring out Wayne. If Wayne don't get messier than what he already has gotten, Kendrick probably is going to bring out Cash Money, bring out Juvenile and all the motherfucking folk. He's going to be in New Orleans. Kendrick is good for reading the room and understanding the culture, understanding the science of cultural moments. He seems to like to bring oppositional sides together. So I'm sure that Kendrick is going to have a lot of special guests all up and through his halftime performance. You said, I hope not. Now, I don't think Nicki them, is going to probably be invited. Because if she's invited, she probably won't have to leave Kenneth Petty home since, the Super Bowl game is a family. It's a family show. It's a family event, baby. And plenty of minors are going to be, at the halftime show, girl. Okay, so Kenneth will probably be home or watching, a small ass, what you call them things, girl? Monitor, on the tour bus in the parking lot of the arena, child. And probably not, of course he won't bring out Drake. Like, they're openly beefing, so of course it's not going to happen. But I can see Kendrick bringing out Lil Wayne. And Lil Wayne has already been on. He don't even want Nicki or Drake ass there. This is his moment. So Nicki and Drake ain't going to be there. But I can see him definitely bringing out the GOAT. I can definitely see him because, Wayne is kind of like collateral damage in this whole thing. Kendrick ain't got no smoke with Lil Wayne per se. Lil Wayne is just caught up in the crossfires of drama that Nicki Minaj is drudging up so that, she can get her passive-aggressive shit off as it relates to her feelings and issues with Beyonce and JayZ. Kendrick should bring out Nas, SZA, Megan, and Glorilla, Taylor Swift to really rub it in. Please, no Taylor Swift. Even though that would definitely be a great cross-cultural moment, I can't take Snotty Nose as ballerina Taylor Swift, girl. I don't want to see her overrated frail ass on my TV screen. I'm sick of her. He should bring out No Limit. That'll be sickening. I think Kendrick he's gonna pull this off. Kendrick got some stuff in mind, child. Okay, he ain't gonna disappoint, baby. It's gonna be up. Drake ain't coming nowhere near Kendrick, period. And apparently Drake done turned down the Super Bowl like twice, apparently. Good for him, bitch. You didn't want to see your ass on my stage anyway. Oh, here's another thing. Because this is the hypocrisy of it all. All of these coons, all of these raccoons and buffoons are arguing over performing for a network that arguably is racist. Make it make sense. Watching this whole shit play out was like watching niggas fight over Massa's front yard. I was so confused. Like, girl, y'all not even fighting over this. Y'all ain't even fighting over a spot at the Hip Hop Awards on BET, but the Super Bowl, the same network and institution that canceled Kaepernick and then tried to cancel Beyonce after her damn Black Panthers performance with Bruno Mars. Which is why I have no respect for JayZ, who definitely is a capitalist and is opportunistic. But are any of these niggas reading the room? Like, bitch, y'all are arguing, overperforming in front of MAGA. Bitch, y'all are arguing. Like, girl, them white people don't want to actually see none of y'all black asses there. Because they don't know not near lyric, the near motherfucking song performed by Beyonce, Usher, or nobody. These niggas are arguing and fighting and about to oot each other down over a spot to perform at a KKK rally. Make it make damn sense, girl. I'm embarrassed for them all. I'm embarrassed for them all, girl. Look what they did to Janet Jackson. The list of injustices just go on. When it comes to sports, when it comes to the NFL, baby, here these niggas are acting like it's a privilege for them to have a spot at the KKK rally, girl. You can't make this shit up. This is all I got for y'all, girl. I thought we was going to be here longer than 2 hours, but this is perfect. This is all I had to say. I love y'all long time. I'm hungry. I ain't ate all day. I got to go. Tell me what y'all think about the whole drama. Do y'all want to see even Lil Wayne for 5 minutes, girl, on stage with Kendrick Lamar? Y'all want Beyonce to show up again, honey, and steal the damn show? It's a Beyonce concert where there happens to be football being played. How do y'all feel about JayZ? Okay, taking a backdoor deal, girl, while seemingly trying to stand in solidarity with Black Lives Matter. Woo-cha! Do y'all think that this tension that is obviously in the room between Nicki and Jay and Beyonce is going to be squashed? Do y'all see it escalating, or do y'all see eventually the two parties coming to terms with each other? Y'all let me know all in the comment section. If you enjoyed yourself, honey, whether you agreed or disagreed, etc. Girl, you ain't got to agree, honey. Okay, it's commentary, honey. Okay, your commentary, my commentary, okay? This is about commentary and opinions, honey. And all of us got ones like assholes. Ain't no right or wrong in the mix, baby. It is what it is. If you enjoyed yourself, subscribe, share, thumbs up. Hit the Cash App at $Consciouztv and or PayPal at paypal.me/Consciouztv. I love you a long time, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.